little less than Amish country in Lancaster County, and
keeping
we're
up
one
with
of the top
California.
stores. Keeping up with California stores. We're proud of that fact.
There's a lot of money there.
Another store was opening, and I became a part of it, and Jackie was actually a customer there. And so that's how we met.
And I fell in love with it, and I was like, oh my gosh, you know how like Oprah says you got to hear your inner voice? Well, I never heard that inner voice until my sister-in-law showed me the article about the Harrisburg store opening. And when I read that article, I was like, oh my gosh, this is what I'm supposed to do.
We came out of the gate running.
I think we hit almost 200 like our third month.
200 guests right away.
And then we were like you can just see it was the low 20s and right aways, and then it went up to 30,
Our next little goal. We never fell under $30,000.
It was like a year after
her.
After we bought a partner out, we just like lost communication with each other, and we don't even know why. I don't know what happened. We don't know what happened. Just like in a marriage, you hit a rough patch. Well, we hit a rough patch, and we got to a point where 2 years ago on the last cruise, we were barely even speaking. She actually almost missed her flight for the cruise.
Yeah.
And part of me was like, oh, I get a week away from her then if she missed her flight. I know that's terrible. That's awful. We said nasty things to each other that neither one of us are proud of. How bad did it get? I mean, we were starting to screaming and holler at each other in this store.
I wanted to walk away, and I loved dream dinners.
And part of me was thinking about it too. I was like, you know what? This is not worth it. This is not worth it. I just, we both felt, one of us, it was like, you leave. No, you leave. You leave. I'm not leaving. Well, I'm not leaving either. So we're like, well, then we're stuck with each other. It's like we're in a marriage and we're not getting a divorce. I sent home office an email. I said, we are in dire straits here. If somebody does not come and help us, we're not going to be here a year from now. Even though our numbers are so good, we were going to run our own business into the ground because we were not communicating.
We really wanted to be successful, and failure was not an option
That's
for us.
always been our motto from the beginning. Failure is not an option.
But failure wasn't an option, and
we
we're
felt
looking at
like we were failures.
Yeah.
We're like, what happened to us? Were we ever going to get back to that? We didn't know if we were going to get that loving feeling for each other back. Seriously. We didn't know if we could get past it. And then we started our executive coaching counseling via the telephone, and that saved us. Yeah. That saved us.
It taught us how to communicate with the different personality styles. Because while we think a lot alike, a lot of times we'd be like, I was thinking that, or she'd say, I was thinking that. Yeah. And we just approach things differently.
Right.
We have two different personalities.
Right.
And Jackie helps me be a stronger person.
And she helps calm me down. I'm half Italian. I have a bad temper. I can't help it.
Oh, when we were at our lowest, it's hard to talk about.
It is.
I knew because we went in business together and I felt so strongly, but when we reached that lowest point in our business, I was ready to throw the towel in, but I still had hope because I knew how it was before we opened.
We knew what a good team we made.
What a good team we were. That's perfect, Jackie.
We knew we
could. Just said it.
We knew we were a great team, but we just had something broken in the team and we had to fix it.
Yeah.
Do you know what it was?
It was communication. That's exactly what it was.
It was communication.
It was.
Because I think we always were on the same page.
Always.
Where the business wanted to go.
Always on the same page, but we had different ways to get there. So we just had to work out our different little roads and get on the same road together. And now we're on the same road. Because we weren't communicating, we weren't setting goals. It had to have affected our business. Because obviously now, look at our numbers, our sales are up, we're even higher now.
Know where your strengths are and know what your partner's strengths are and find a way to work within that.
Yeah.
And we heard all the time, you need to have a monthly meeting with your partner if you're in a partnership. You need to have a monthly meeting and take it out of the store and really just have it where you sit down. Mm-hmm. We have to do that.
We've helped each other. I mean, you've helped me too.
Have you chilled out a little bit, that Italian temper?
She's gotten stronger and I've chilled out.
Yeah. And we usually can tell each other, it's usually like if something's going up and Jackie's kind of getting out of hand, it's like, okay, the look. Yeah. All right.
And if she needs to be strong,
that's what she does right there.
You can do it. You can do it. We're like the little engine that feel like we're the little engine that could. Like we were going up the hill. We were getting to the top of the hill, and right when we were at that top of the hill,
our train stopped.
Well, I don't know what happened to us. We stalled out or something. Back when we were struggling, we were in the 40s.
2 years later,
now we're in the 50s.
We're in the 50s, which
so
is
now
awesome.
Guess what? Now we want to be in the 60s.
Yeah.
And we just want to keep going because it's like several people have said to us, you've got a little gold mine in your hands. Right now, 60,000 is our goal.
60,000, and we'd like to consistently every month be doing over 300 guests.
Yes.
And we're going to get there. We know it because failure is not an option. And together, now we're a team. Now we work together as a team, and it's awesome because the future
We just
is so
feel
much
like we're
brighter.
in our groove now.
Yeah.
We just feel like we're finally in our groove. We didn't know if we were going to get back in the groove, but we did.
It's awesome
And
that
now
we
we
did.
feel like we're in our groove.
We feel so good, and we feel so good to be here and be asked to speak.
How would we sum up our relationship now?
Girls just want to have fun. Sorry, Charlotte.
No, I love it. I think you should have a reality show.
Is he still filming?